Good morning. I'm Carlton Sharp, pastor of Faith Christian Center Church, right here in Beaumont, Texas. And we're here on what's happening in our neighborhood. And I am so excited to have our guest here today, Mr. Robert Bertrand. Welcome, Robert.
Thank you, Pastor.
Hey, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a 50-year-old grandfather of 6.
Oh, man.
So, you know, that means I got to work till I'm 100 just to spoil my grandbabies. I'm a local business owner here. I own Cotton Cargo, which I've owned since 2001. We're a screen printing, embroidery, promotional product company. We've been around since 1983. We have a wide, diverse base of customers that we deal with.
So, Robert, so in 1983, you decided to go into this custom shirts embroidery business. Why?
Well, actually, I started in my garage in 1983. I started with an embroidery company in my garage. And my first order was a large order from Unical 76. It's a big luggage order. And I was a one-man show. I had my embroidery machine, and I had luggage, and I had to build a maze to get through my shop. And I ran it, I delivered it, and I paid for it. And it was just something I learned how to do and jumped into it.
So Robert, okay, so you were a one-man show in your garage.
In my garage.
And so now, did you have like a sewing machine?
Absolutely. It's a two-head. These sewing machines that we use are a little bit, they're more commercial embroidery machines. They're really, really expensive. So when I got into business in my garage, I had enough money to buy my embroidery machine and what you call a digitizing machine, which you use to set the logos up. And on that very first order, I had to beg, borrow, and pray to get enough money to buy the product, because that first order was so large that I didn't know what I was going to do. I wasn't prepared for that.
So you got the job, and you say, now what?
Yeah, now what? Now it's time to sew it and pray to God that nothing happens. And thank God the good Lord was looking down on me, because I was able to get it done and get it out to the company and get paid on it. And but it was and I was about 19 years old.
Wow.
19 years old when I started this. And now we're very, very big. I got about 20 employees now. And we do stuff. We do national orders. We do used to, about 10 or 15 years ago, our primary business was supplying country music stars all their merchandise they sold on the road.
Oh.
We did all the big ones. We did Toby Keith, Gary Allen, Neil McCoy, Tracy Byrd, Clay Walker, all of them. And everything that they sold at their concerts on the road, we produced it and shipped it out of Beaumont, Texas. And but we've gone away from that into more. We do all the big refineries. We do the churches. We do the schools. We do that kind of stuff. So it's just kind of evolved over time.
So I'm very interested in, at 19 years old, you know, you decided that you want to start a business. There's some other 19-year-olds that might be watching today.
That's exactly right.
That have a dream.
That's exactly right.
So what would you tell them? I
would tell them to stick to your dream. If you feel, because I can remember I went to the University of Texas when I was 17 years old. And I knew my parents deep down really didn't have the money to send me to University of Texas. So being the kind of entrepreneur guy that I am, I found a way to get a full ride scholarship as being the basketball manager for the University of Texas.
Hey.
So I traveled with the basketball team. I got a free ride to school, and plus helped my parents out with, my mom had 6 kids. I had 5 other brothers and sisters. So coming from that, I knew I had to help them out, but I learned really young that to be more independent. And then as I was sitting in my college classes, all I can think about was, I need to be in a business. I wasn't focusing on my professors like I should have been, and but I always knew I was going to own a business, and I just found the right business for me. And but I'd tell anybody. Everybody. I mean, I had no money. I luckily found a doctor friend of mine to co-sign the note so I can buy the equipment.
Wow.
And so I had that pressure of buying the equipment and not keeping my word to him that I would keep everything going, not ruin his career or ruin our friendship or anything like that.
Right.
So there's a lot of pressure on you to do it. You got to have a lot of energy when you're starting in business, because you're 24/7. It doesn't go away. You own that bit. That's your baby, and that's one of the hurdles you got to get around to being in business. But as long as you, one of the biggest things that I would tell anybody is, if you give your word to somebody, no matter who it is, follow through on that.
Wow, that's a good word for those who are listening today. Keep your word.
Absolutely.
You know, back in the day, Robert, we didn't have to necessarily write all these contracts.
That's right.
If you shook a man's hand, gave him your word, that was enough.
I did that first order with Unical 76. It was a $60,000 order. I did that on a handshake.
Wow.
No contracts, no nothing. And to this day, we still, ExxonMobil will call me, do a big order. We just go by trust.
Wow.
And I still believe in humanity. I still believe in keeping your word. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. If I see people all the time fail in business, and when they reflect back on why they failed, the reason is they didn't keep their word. If you take everything out of it, they didn't keep their word.
Wow.
And people watch that. Businesses watch that.
Wow.
And I know a lot of successful business people that I talk to them. I pull them on the side. I said, "What makes you so successful?" And one of the key things is I keep my word.
Wow. So listen. So tell us some of the other products that you do at Cotton Cargo.
Well, the T-shirts are our biggest. We do more T-shirts. We have 2 automatic presses and 2 manual presses. We can produce about 5,000 shirts a day.
Wow.
So we're good on turning around big orders, small orders. We have fantastic graphic artists. That's right now. The big thing is being different than somebody else. As far as when you come to me to order shirts, I have 2 full-time graphic artists. They hand draw your job most of the time. So you're getting custom work.
Wow.
You're not getting some cookie cutter job that everybody on the internet can see. You're getting something custom for you. And that's really what sets us apart.
So they could actually come, because we've actually done some work with you. They could actually come, and they have a trailer
That's
behind.
right. That's exactly right.
I actually sat down and described
That's
what I
exactly
wanted,
right.
and they were able to, put together exactly what we needed.
Absolutely. That's what sets us apart. A lot of these companies, they don't have the graphic artists. My graphic artists have been with me for 17 years. They're awesome at what they do, and that's where you can get a customer to be able to go and sit down face to face with a graphic artist.
Yeah.
And he sketches it out,
Yeah.
sends it back to you, and then he puts it into the computer and puts the color into it and everything. We kind of give the customer a full 100% customer satisfying deal, just to make him feel comfortable every step of the way in the process.
Now, and you also produce the hats and mugs and
Absolutely.
all of that. So
Right now, I have 26 embroidery heads in my embroidery. I started out with 2. That was my first order. I started out with a 2-head machine. Now I have 26, and we produce everything every day. We also have what you call the promotional products, which is pins, koozies, calendars, anything you can put your logo on. And right now, the hottest thing is we have these fans that plug into your phone, to your cell phone. It works on an iPhone or an Android phone. You plug it in, and the fan, it's a great fan. It blows, keeps you cool while you're texting and doing stuff on your phone. So these things have just exploded. I mean, we have sold thousands already.
I mean, I have never heard of that.
Nobody has. We just got it. And we're, in fact, dealing with the guy who has the patent on them. He actually invented them. And so it's like just a new product. You put your logo on the fan blades. So whether you're at watching a football game,
yeah,
whether you're in a congregation, although you shouldn't be using your cell phone while you listen
well,
to your
no,
great
we like
pastor.
technology. We like technology in our church.
So you're being cool while you're doing your daily stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, though.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Now, any business or church can, come and, use your services.
Absolutely. carltonsharp.com. You can check us out online. You can call us. We work both ways, face-to-face or through email. And that works. It works perfect because we lead you every step of the way through the process.
Well, tell you what, where's your location, your physical location, and then how we can get in contact with you, whether by phone or whether by email or whether by your website.
Absolutely.
If you give us all that information.
Absolutely. We're at 2400 Gulf Street in Beaumont, Texas. carltoncargo.com. You could email me. I'm the owner, Robert Bertrand. You can email me at rb@carltoncargo.com. Or if you're just looking for some information, we have another email. It's called info, I-N-F-O, at carltoncargo.com.
Wonderful.
And we'll be glad to take care of you. Or call us. We're at 409-833-0922.
Yeah, Rob. Now, before we leave, just in the last few days, we had some incidents that happened in our community that I noticed that your business got involved in to help in the Crime Stop area.
Absolutely.
Talk to us about that.
Well, I was in Houston that day, so I didn't really know what happened that night. So when I get back from Houston, I turn on the news and I see the report, and I'm sick to my stomach watching this, and I just can't believe this happened in Beaumont, Texas. So next thing I see is the reward. The reward was $2,000. My stomach felt, I got even more sick. So I got in touch with the Beaumont Police Department. I said, how can I help? I'm a business in this community. We serve customers in this community. We're a community here. Whether it happens to you, I didn't know this family.
Right, right.
I said, I will have you a $1,000 check ready at 8 o'clock in the morning to come get this thing started. And Officer Carol Riley came out, and she says, okay, we're gonna put out a news release on this, and if you would, could you help us generate and get this reward up so we can get the tips? And Crime Stoppers to the Beaumont Police Department is just another tool in their toolbox to catch these guys.
Right.
So I got the reward up to $3,000, and I challenged every business in Beaumont and the surrounding community to step up and be a part of this community, because next time it could happen to you. You never know in this day and age when something like that's going to happen. So all said and done, we got the reward up to $22,000.
Wow.
And the tips have just come flying in to Crime Stoppers. And actually now they're just about got the case solved. So it's just one of those things that shouldn't have happened, not in this town. We're not Chicago. We're not Houston. We're Beaumont, Texas.
Beaumont, Texas.
And
yes.
everybody, whether you're black, white, rich, poor, everybody's part of this community.
Right.
And I'm a big believer. Our mission statement for Cotton Cargo has always been, we take care of our customers, we take care of our community.
Wow.
So without community, if you're just a business in this community taking money out of this community and not putting anything back, to me, that just doesn't fly. And we've been huge on giving back to the community. At some points, my accountant says, stop. You can't, but it's hard for me to say no. And I'm constantly giving back, and it's just something that's in our bloodstream. And we just give back because we're part of this community.
Wonderful. Well, listen, I want to thank Robert not only for the giving back to the community, but really actually doing something that will help our community grow. Now, listen, all his numbers and his email, website are there listed on the screen. Listen, help those in our community that helps the community. Let's do business with those that do business with the community. So I want to thank him for joining us today on What's Happening in Our Neighborhood, and I want to thank you. And until the next time, we'll see you next time on our broadcast.
When it comes to custom screen printing at Cotton Cargo,
we beat deadlines.
And with custom embroidery on shirts, jackets, and hats,
we beat deadlines.
With signs and banners,
we beat deadlines.
Plus with promotional products like coffee mugs, pens, tumblers, and more,
we beat deadlines.
So if you're looking for custom t-shirts, hats, or almost anything with your logo or message done fast and right, remember at Cotton Cargo,
We need deadlines! How'd we do, Gampy?
that was perfect.
The death of a loved one is always traumatic. The choices you make in choosing a funeral service provider to care for you and your family would be very important. A single call to us would help alleviate the confusing and overwhelming feeling at the time of death. Here at Proctor's Mortuary, our motto is, we make the difference. We feel a great responsibility when entrusted with the needs of the families we are allowed to serve. Our commitment to professionalism, caring service, and dignity to our families will always exceed your expectations. We pledge our very best to you in all we do. Proctor's Mortuary, 4 locations to serve you.
When we encounter challenges in our lives as adults, we know how to go to the Word of God and speak life over our situation. But our children, they must be trained. The Word of God says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. I'm excited about my new book entitled Speak Victory, Children's Illustrated Book. This colorful book has scenarios that every child can relate to. They may encounter situations at school, with friends, or personal issues such as low self-esteem, peer pressure, and protection. It shows them how to speak victory. It will inspire them and give them hope for success. Yes, they have a voice and they should use it to speak victory. So order your copy today and help your child speak victory over their lives.
There's 365 days in a year. Out of those, we train and we work almost every day. Push yourself, challenge yourself to be the very best. This is what it all comes down to. Right now, this moment, this time.
Lamar University football tickets are on sale now. Get your tickets today.